The head of the House Judiciary Committee, Jerry Nadler, is demanding that William Barr recuse himself from any investigation involving Ukraine. Now, this makes a lot of sense because just based on the memo that was released by the White House today in regard to Donald Trump's July 25th call with the Ukrainian president, Zelensky, he said that he wanted William Barr to have a conversation with Zelensky about the investigation into Joe Biden. And so since William Barr is involved, he should not be the attorney general. He should not be part of any investigation involving Ukraine. So Representative Jerry Nadler said, quote, "The president dragged the attorney general into this mess. At a minimum, Attorney General Barr must recuse himself until we get to the bottom of this matter." Now here's the question though. Will he recuse himself? And we can have some fun predictions here. But keep in mind that Donald Trump was vicious toward former Attorney General Jeff Sessions after he recused himself in the Russia investigation.
Well, Barr knows he can't recuse himself because Donald Trump will lose his mind. And so my guess he would fire him immediately, but it doesn't matter because William Barr is not an honest actor. He erased his hand basically in writing a memo when he was not in government at all. He was a private attorney and wrote a memo saying basically Donald Trump should skate on everything and he should not be held accountable. And as Trump saw that memo, he's like, I like that, okay? And he reached conclusions about the Mueller report, again, before he became the attorney general, without ever reading the Mueller report and saying, oh no, it's not right, it's this, it's that. And all the conclusions were to the benefit of Donald Trump. That's raising your hand saying, I'll be your lapdog. I'll say anything you want. I'm the most corrupt guy in Washington. Trump's like, that's my boy. So he's not gonna go and be like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna recuse myself. If he does, that means he knows he would definitely go to jail if he didn't recuse. If he recused himself, it's over. Trump is totally screwed because Bill Barr got into that position by saying, I will protect you no matter what. The no matter what part is asterisks unless I'm about to go to prison.
Yeah, look, power is not worth it. I mean, if this is what you need to do to get any degree of power, which is, what William Barr was willing to sacrifice in order to be part of this administration, it's just not worth it. Just to give you guys context, the portions of that phone call that mentioned William Barr were as follows, and it's the most relevant parts of this memo. Trump had told Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, I would like you to do us a favor though, because our country has been through a lot and Ukraine knows a lot about it. I would like you to find out what happened with this whole situation with Ukraine. They say CrowdStrike. I guess you have one of your wealthy people, the server, they say Ukraine has it. And then he says there are a lot of things that went on, this whole situation. I think you're surrounding yourself with some of the same people. I would like to have the attorney general call you or your people, and I would like you to get to the bottom of it. So that was one of the first times that he mentioned Attorney General William Barr in that conversation, in that specific conversation. And then he mentioned him over and over again throughout the rest of the conversation. But look, already with Attorney General William Barr as the head of the Justice Department, things with this Ukraine story have been problematic because the Director of National Intelligence went to the Justice Department to get the green light to allow this whistleblower report to go to congressional lawmakers. The Justice Department said no. So already there are issues with William Barr. We'll see what he does, but he should recuse himself.
But guys, there's already actually one thing that's really damning and very interesting. If you notice, Trump says in the call, and I just read it to you, hey, I'm gonna have Giuliani and the Attorney General reach out to you. But the Attorney General never reaches out to Ukraine. Only Giuliani does. So William Barr at least had enough sense to not follow through on what Trump did. Why? Because he's a lawyer. And so as a lawyer, he knows the law and he's like, I'm not gonna call the president of Ukraine and ask him to interfere in our elections. I'll get arrested.
Are we sure though? I mean, we don't know everything yet. Who knows?
It's possible, but I've seen reporting saying as definitively as they can without knowing every call, etc., that William Barr did not call the Ukrainian president. And I imagine Trump, being who he is, put a lot of pressure on him to call him. He's like, I already told him. I told him you were gonna have a beautiful call, a strong call with him. And Barr's a lapdog, and he still doesn't do it. You know why? Because he knows it's illegal. On the go? Don't worry, we got you covered. You can still listen to TYT at our new podcast network. Find us on Apple Podcasts, the Google Play Store, or at tyt.com/podcasts.